St. Matthew chapter 26 and verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Bacha, Kwadash, and double honor to my teachers, the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone, who watch over our souls. Shalom to the Archim worldwide that are sincere and seriously doing the will of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Bacha, Kwadash. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. To you all, stay strong. Yes, I'm the brother, the disciple Koshaba Nyame from the branch in Great Millstone, Barbados. Before you move on, copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. So now we get out of the way. What you want to play in this video here regarding the major prophecy, the hour of temptation. It's like the hour of my temptation be. It's like, and this is why, because there was a comment, who the person name, but this person said, well, y'all gonna keep harping on the M.O.T.B. The M.O.T.B is a major prophecy skipper, where your life and livelihood will change, be. It's like, Pastor Clark in the last video he did, brothers gotta be prepared to lose everything. You might find yourself in a basement with a couple of the brothers, because they want to take the charagma. Is right? And it reminded me of the prophets that was in caves by 50. So that really stood out to me, but I got this video up on deck. I can do a commentary on it, a couple of scriptures, and we get short, but I can let most of it play because it's very important information. Is that very important?
The UK government will soon be introducing fundamental changes in how money works. The changes are being planned by central banks around the world, including the UK's central bank, the Bank of England. These changes, once introduced, will affect everyone.
So, what are these changes really about? The changes being proposed will mean that you will no longer have full control over your spending. In fact, what they are planning is the replacement of money with something which is fundamentally different. Therefore, it's not just cash they want to remove from the economy, it is money itself. Pay attention, because if the new monetary system is allowed to happen, it will be very difficult to reverse and could mark the beginning of the end of human freedom. In order to explain the changes that are being planned right now for your tomorrow, let's explain a little bit about how your money works today. Let's imagine that John decides to buy his daughter a birthday present from Argos. He chooses the product he wants, then pays £50 using his debit card. You might think that £50 is immediately transferred from John's bank account to Argos's bank account. But this is not what happens. A record is created showing that John's bank owes Argos's bank £50, and John's account will even show that the money has left his account, but the actual transfer of funds does not occur at the time of purchase. John's £50 purchase is one of about 50 million UK transactions that occur every day, and although in each case the account may show that the money has been transferred, the actual movement of funds between the banks only occurs once every day. Every 24 hours, all the payments made to and from each of the UK's 300 plus registered banks are added up to determine how much each bank owes the others. The Bank of England, which is the central bank that all other banks in the system are connected with, derives the total amount that each bank owes and is owed for that day. The Bank of England then intermediates and exchanges funds between all the other banks. So the Bank of England does not know anything about John or the £50 he spent on his daughter. John's money is just a tiny part of a huge transfer of funds. This means that the only organisation that can see what John does with his money is his own bank. The central bank cannot see what John spends his money on, or when he spends it. And John's bank is under an obligation not to share details of his spending with anyone. This means that, rightly, there is a good degree of anonymity and privacy over what John decides to spend his money on. This, in turn, means that a government or central authority, such as the Bank of England, cannot directly restrict John when he uses his debit card, because it has no visibility of what John is doing with his money. If John had paid for the present with £50 of cash, then the purchase would be completely anonymous. Nobody, including John's bank, would know what he had spent his money on. So, cash transactions are truly anonymous, and debit card transactions have a high degree of anonymity, because only your bank can know about them. So, what is this new system? The name of the new system is called Central Bank Digital Currency, or CBDC. It sometimes has other names, such as smart money. Here's how it works. Let's imagine that John, again, decides to buy his daughter a birthday present from Argos. His mobile phone has a smart money wallet or app on it, from which he pays £50 for the product. The app communicates directly with the central bank, the Bank of England, and the money is transferred from his digital wallet to Argos's digital wallet in less than a second. The transfer of funds occurs at the time of purchase, and the transaction is recorded and approved by a centralized computer system on a centralized blockchain. A blockchain is a special computer program that records information very reliably and cannot be amended. The centralized computer system runs continuously and can deal with hundreds of transactions per second as they occur throughout the entire economy, processing all of the public's purchases being made by millions of digital wallets. This sounds fantastic and is so much quicker and simpler than the old system. But there is a fundamental difference, which is that all transactions are centralized in real time as they happen. In other words, one system will be able to know about every single digital transaction in the economy as the transactions occur. This is the critical difference with the new digital monetary system that everyone needs to be aware of.
Which means it will be totally monitored, totally controlled.
Actions are centralized.
There's way they call it a central bank. You see, before the central bank,
Time as they
bank wanted to know, as you heard in the beginning, right? It was just between you and your bank.
The people who are planning,
but no, that's where the Great Reset comes in. It making sense?
Have made it clear that it would be useful, in their eyes, to use artificial intelligence algorithms in real time to block certain public transactions for a range of different reasons. So, what does this mean for John? Let's just say there is another lockdown, and the government want to stop the public moving about the country. With this new system, they could introduce a simple change. That would mean John's wallet would only work if he was located within a certain distance of his own home. Argos is 2 miles from John's house, and he decides to go and buy his daughter a birthday present. He attempts to pay £50 for the product with the app. The app communicates directly with the Bank of England's computer system, and the system rejects John's payment before it is made, because the system knows that John is 2 miles from his own home, and John's wallet has been limited to spending within just 1 mile. John cannot now buy anything unless he moves closer to his own home. His money is now useless if he wants to go anywhere. Why doesn't John just use cash? That would be a good solution for John, as long as cash is still in use. So, how might this new system be introduced?
The Prime Minister called an emergency meeting today to discuss the unprecedented slide into economic recession in the UK and global economies. Inflation is out of control, and high interest rates are causing thousands of house repossessions. All cash points and over-the-counter cash services are now frozen, and millions of people face losing their life savings as a number of high street banks are declared insolvent. The government and the Bank of England are accelerating the introduction of a new central bank digital currency, which all bank customers in the UK...
With this digital currency, what can happen is that you can't leave the money for your children.
...to receive in exchange...
You can't leave the money for your children. Because it's all digital. They expire.
...money, which in many cases is now unobtainable from their bank accounts. The government say that the new digital money will help the economy recover from recession and will be used to bail out public and corporate money currently held in millions of bank accounts by banks that are at the point of collapse.
It says cash unobtainable from this account. It's frozen our money.
Bleeding hell, John. How much have we got in the house?
We've only got £120 and when that's gone, nothing.
I don't believe it. The bank's frozen our money.
We've got £25,000 in that account and no way of getting it back.
Download your central bank CBDC wallet app today and get bonus digital pound.
Now, let me get this preset here, Psalms 56. Psalms 56 and verse 6. They gather themselves together, they hide themselves, they mark my steps when they wait for my sword. So the keyword is they mark my steps, the monitoring your every move. You understand? The monitoring your every move. Right? And that word mark means to keep, guard, observe, give heed, have charge of. You see? They want total control over you, man.
Lead. It says cash unobtainable from this account. It's frozen our money.
Bleeding hell, John. How much have we got in the house?
We've only got £120 and when that's gone, nothing.
I don't believe it. The bank's frozen our money.
We've got £25,000 in that account and no way of getting it back.
Download your central bank CBDC wallet app today and get bonus digital pounds free. If you exchange your existing bank funds into your digital currency wallet now, you will receive free digital pounds for each account you exchange. You can then spend from your digital wallet by using your phone app, exactly like a debit card. Download the free app now from the UK government website or...
I think I moved from the phone to the small right size green M.O.T.B.
John, we need to download
microchip.
the digital wallet thing. See if we can transfer it in.
We've got no other option, love. Wow, it's transferred and it's given us some bonus money. I can't believe it.
How do you know it's worked?
It's worked, love. Everyone's using this money now. Right, I'm off down Tesco to try it out. Sorted.
Recent figures show that the public's use of cash has halved in the last 12 months. Experts say this is due to the success and sheer convenience of the new CBDC digital money. The government has announced that all cash will be phased out completely over the next 3 years.
You hear that?
I can't remember the last time I used cash. It seems so cumbersome and old-fashioned, fiddling about with coins every time you want to buy something. It's much easier now.
You hear that?
Have Have you seen the remote control, love? Look what I found. Remember these?
What are you going to do with that?
Well, I don't know.
Look, why don't we keep it? I'll put it in a picture frame.
My name's Charlie.
Recent data from the annual Climate Change Conference has revealed that only a drastic reduction in fossil fuel use will help protect against climate change. The government has announced limits on petrol and diesel use for all individuals in the UK, which will be enforced using smart money. Each wallet will be limited to a purchase of 15 litres per week.
Now in Barbados, they got something called VPay. Right? VPay.
Wallet.
Sorry, let me see if we can get here quick. VPay. There was a video on it. Well, VPay launches online payment solution in Guyana. In Guyana also, say. Going also in Jamaica. Right? Horse train in a minute. Right, you got Jamaica. Alright, look at here.
Level of security and financial commitment, as Omar mentioned, to our passengers and to our traveling public. We see this as an enhancement of what we're doing here, and we can almost be sure that with government introduction to the cashless system, that this will be an added benefit, because in our discussions and our negotiations, we know for sure that this is one of the areas that can be used as a top-up facility in terms of traveling, but also in terms of top-up facility for your mobile devices, top-up facility also in terms of paying your bills and stuff like that. So we see this as an added value. We want to thank the IOBA team, the entire team, the entire background who work behind the scenes in terms of getting it here for us at the authority. We really appreciate that, and we're looking forward to providing this service to you through the years ahead. Thank you so much.
As you can see, only 7 days ago. It's right. So we here in this island, we went on our way. Right? We went on our way to the beast speaking here, this island. Yes, right? The beast speaking here. So we go back here.
And bad health will be tackled using the...
It's easier now. Have you seen the remote control, love? Look what I found. Remember these?
What are you going to do with that?
Well, I don't know.
Look, why don't we keep it? I'll put it in a picture frame.
My name's Charlie.
Recent data from the annual Climate Change Conference has revealed that only a drastic reduction in fossil fuel use will help protect against climate change. The government has announced limits on petrol and diesel use for all individuals.
Has announced limits.
Which will be enforced using smart money. Each wallet will be limited to a purchase of 15 litres per week.
They got something called universal basic income. Right?
It will be prevented from making any further purchases in that.
They got something called It's like here, man. Universal basic income. You see? Universal basic income will provide everyone with a level of income to ensure they can meet basic needs such as food, housing, and clothing, while giving them additional support if they need it during challenging times. So, it's going to have a set limit, right? It's going to have a set limit. They can set the limit for you. You see? You've given your soul to the beast, which is this system. You understand? You see, the universal basic income is a socio-political financial transfer policy proposal in which all citizens of a given population regularly receive a legally stipulated and equally set financial grant. You see, set financial grant paid by the government before a means test. You see that? So a set financial grant. So what they're doing, they're getting ready to control you people, man. You understand? They're getting ready to rule you people. Right?
This will be rejected.
Jesus Christ.
Possible. In order to enforce this, all digital wallets will only work within 1 mile of the address at which they are registered. Shopping times will be staggered so that you can only make purchases for a 2-hour period each day. All non-essential item purchases will be rejected.
And this get coming in next lockdown, boy. Isaiah 10. Woo! The book of Isaiah. Chapter 10. I'm sorry. Listen, press 5, man. Isaiah. Chapter 10. So long, man. Not playing the ass. Right? Because this can move from your phone. Because what can happen if you lose your phone? If you forget to charge your phone, your battery died. You can't make the purchases unless you got a portable charger upon you to charge your battery. Or your battery charge, you know what I mean? But suppose somebody steals your phone. It's right? I mean, you will call the bank, blah, blah, blah. But it's like it can move from that security, right, to a more secure security, which is what? The charagma in your hand or your forehead or any part of your body. That's what they're getting ready to do. Isaiah 10 verse 1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So as you see here, within 1 mile, you got within 1 mile to have this thing work.
Health will be tackled using the Smart Money Network. The government proposes to limit the total number of sugary foods that each digital wallet can purchase in any given month.
What?
Experts say that the new pandemic, which is 10 times more contagious and deadly than coronavirus, can only be defeated by minimizing all human contact and staying home as much as possible. In order to enforce this, all digital wallets will only work within 1 mile of the address at which they are registered. Shopping times will be staggered so that you can only make purchases for a 2-hour period each day. All non-essential item purchases will be rejected.
Jesus Christ.
The government, in a move to stimulate growth in the economy, is trying to ensure that all benefit money paid out to the public is spent within an appropriate time period. From the 1st of August, all benefit payments, including the new social credits, should be spent within 2 months of receiving them.
You hear that?
Benefit money will expire and be of no use if it is not spent within the 2-month period.
You hear that?
Blimey, they're putting a shelf.
Benefit payments, including the new social credit, within 1 mile of the address at which they are registered. Shopping times will be staggered so that you can only make purchases for a 2-hour period each day. All non-essential item purchases will be rejected.
Jesus Christ.
The government, in a move to stimulate growth in the economy, is trying to ensure that all benefit money paid out to the public is spent within an appropriate time period.
You hear this here? Anyhow.
From the 1st of August, all benefit payments, including the new social credits, should be spent within 2 months of receiving them. Benefit money will expire and be of no use if it is not spent within the 2-month period.
Blimey, they're putting a shelf life on money.
You hear that?
Vaccination uptake for
Unrighteous decrees, man. Unrighteous decrees.
the pandemic is now at 95%. Anyone who has not been vaccinated will have restrictions placed on their wallets. For the 5% unvaccinated, spending will only be allowed at certain times and within 1 mile of home. Certain goods, such as alcohol, travel tickets and restaurant purchases, will not be available for those who have not been vaccinated, and their digital wallets will not work outside of the UK.
Wow.
Concerns are growing.
The word government means a thing is governed, which really do people, right? Or for all French, government, control, direction, administration. Modern French, government, from governor to steer. So these people get ready to steer you. You know what? Let me get the book of Matthew. Matthew 7. These people getting ready to steer you. You see, it seems pleasing. It seems pleasant, right? Like what the devil told Eve. The fruit was pleasant to the eyes. I want to make one wise, but one really can be destroyed, boy. In Matthew 7 and 13, enter ye in at the straight gate, dealing with the Lord's elect. That position of difficulty, because that's what the word straight means. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So a lot of people are going to do what? Wander after the beast, man. Let me get that. Revelation 13. The people steering you and guiding you where they want you, man. Revelation 13 verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. Right, the Roman Empire. Right? And his deadly wound was healed. So he came back into power during the Renaissance period. And all the world wondered after the beast. So all the world is going to be an admiration, man, of the beast. And they want to give their whole heart, mind, and soul to this beast, which is really this kingdom. You see? So the word government, right? Command, direct, to govern, to rule. Originally to steer, to pilot. Right? Govern, to rule with authority, to direct, rule, guide, to steer. So these people are getting ready, right? To steer you right where they want you, man.
Strong's G 2296, Thalmazo.
You see that? Admire, having admiration, marvel, wonder. Right. Satan told the Lord, I'm going to give you all the kingdoms in the world and the glory of them. Because like I said, this world has a glory. It's held in admiration. You understand? To wonder, marvel at, to be wondered at, to be had in admiration. You see? You admiring this God-forsaken place. That way the scripture says, woe unto you that call evil good and good evil. How could you admire this place? That way the scripture says, you know what? I should have get that before I respect and warm approval. You respect this world? You approve of this world? That's why the precept says, let me get it, man. Let me get it, boy. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2. Right? And verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Do not love this world. But a lot of you have this world in admiration. You have this world in high esteem. You put darkness for light and light for darkness. This world is gross darkness be, but you put that for light. You see? That the Lord said, if you were of the world will love his own. You see? If any man love the world, the love of the of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. So a lot of you got this world in admiration, boy. So you're really an enemy of Yahweh. That's who you ignorantly call God or Jehovah. And his son's name is Yahweh Shah. You are his enemy, boy. James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. This is plain, big man. This is plain. You understand? This is plain, B. I just want to know what word friendship mean, man. Let me tell you in Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Fondness, man. Whoa, boy. Fondness, boy. So like him, man. Press the wrong fucking thing, man. Fondness, boy. Affection or liking for someone or something. Whoa. Adoration. Worship. You see? We're worship there again. Right? So let me go back to Revelation 13, boy. Let me go back to Revelation 13. Revelation 13. And 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon. You see that? You adore this dragon. You adore this society, this system. You love it, man. So you agreeing with pedophiles, man. You agreeing with women ruling over men. You agree with a man having a sex change, a woman having a sex change. You agree with this world. And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? You know who's going to make war with him? The Heavenly Father, man. Right? Heavenly Father making war with his beast, man. Exodus 17:16. For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Who's Amalek? The top tribe of Esau, Edom, man. So you Lord making war with you Edomites, man. Woo! So let me go back here. You get ready to shut shop here, man. If you get one more, it was that, my brother. Right.
Goods such as alcohol, travel tickets, and restaurant purchases will not be available for those who have not been vaccinated, and their digital wallets will not work outside of the UK.
Wow.
Concerns are growing over people who grow and supply their own food outside of government-approved companies.
No, the video Apostle Gabar did earlier, he was reading a comment, and the person said, I didn't see the comment, but Apostle Gabar was responding to it. But grow your own food. You see what Esau can do? He can put laws in place, big man. When they don't understand when they're dealing with the devil, you damn fools. Wait a minute, man. Psalms. It's Psalm 96. Psalm 96. So that came my way. It's Psalms. Alright, wait a minute, man. Remember like one time, you know? Oh, Psalm 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? So come on, man. You can't go, oh, I can lay here yourself again. It was at 13.
8 ounces of red meat per week. Will be restricting the purchase of all seeds and other farming products for any purchases will not be available for those who have not been vaccinated, and their digital wallets will not work outside of the UK.
Wow.
Concerns are growing over people who grow and supply their own food outside of government-approved companies. The government will be restricting the purchase of all seeds and other farming products for anyone that is not a registered farmer.
Come on, man.
What are they doing that for?
Come on, man. Think,
The government is trying to reduce the amount of red meat people eat in their diet for environmental and health reasons. Digital wallets will only be allowed to purchase 8 ounces of red meat per week.
How much is 8 ounces?
In order to protect the environment, the government is introducing limitations on the amount each wallet will be able to spend on the following products: aerosol cans, single-use plastics, coal, meat, chocolate, fish, and coffee.
What about fags?
In a move to encourage good behaviour, the government is awarding digital currency direct to your wallet if you report on anyone breaking lockdown rules,
You hear that?
or report on individuals expressing extremist views. Anyone deemed to be expressing extremist views may in turn have restrictions placed on their wallets.
That is us, boy. That is us.
Extremist views.
If you give up your cash, you will give up freedom for yourself, and you will give up the freedom of generations to come. It's not the convenience of the new money that is important. What is important is the fact that centralized administration of smart money could be used to control every aspect of your life. Say yes to keeping cash and say no to centrally controlled smart money. What they are going to propose is not money. It is a social control system. Please spread this message.
So, extremists or extremism is essentially a political term which determines the activities that are not in accordance with norms of the state, are fully intolerant towards others, reject democracy as a means of governance and the way of problem solving, and also reject the existing social order. So the medically Lord, boy.
So now you've got this CBDC that requires ID. So what's the big problem, Majid? What's wrong with that? Think about it. Every single transaction in your life that you will ever do and ever have done will be logged and registered on an open ledger, because that's what the blockchain is. Now, Bitcoin avoids this because you don't need your name on your Bitcoin wallet, so it will be a number on the blockchain ledger. Yes, you can be traced by some clever detective work. That's fine, that's like cash. But what CBDCs are is your national identity tied to a digital currency that will log every single one of your transactions forever. Because once it's on the blockchain, it's...
Now we here got a digital ID. Anyhow.
You can't erase it. And that gives you absolutely no anonymity. And the second concern is control, because this currency can be programmed. And when it's programmed, it means that it can be set by government and it can determine what you purchase and what you sell and what you buy. And so if you go back to Canada and what happened with the truckers' protests, of course there the problem is, if you're a persona non grata, if you support a cause, if you support some form of magazine or platform that is thinking outside of the box, you're on a list, you can be penalized, and of course it's an incredible problem. So these are the problems that this currency presents. Now, it's going to come anyway. Nothing much we can do to stop it. So I'm going to conclude by saying, how do we make sure that our rights are guaranteed, even though this phenomenon is on the horizon and is coming at us anyway? And the answer there is we've got to make sure that we protect the off-ramp. Whatever that off-ramp is in the form of a decentralized digital currency that allows for you to trade without being traced and tracked and without being controlled, we've got to make sure that that currency, that off-ramp, that decentralized version is protected. And it's no coincidence, and my last point, that countries around the world, led by China, but others as well followed them, are banning Bitcoin exchanges. So our responsibility becomes to protect the off-ramp so that there's a choice, so that you're not permanently involved in what is total slavery or serfdom.
Well, good luck with that. So, let me end with this preset here. Know the word persona non grata, in case you know, an unacceptable or unwelcome person. So again, extremism. If you don't agree with the government, you speaking out, boom, you can be a target. Let me get two precepts there first, then they get shot. Revelation 2 and verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So the Lord talking to who? His disciples, his elect. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. Why? Because we are really speaking out against this society, telling them that the King of Kings is returning and that their kingdom is falling. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou fearful unto death, and they will give thee a crown of life. So that's the point. It's right. Even if it means death, but to don't bow to this society, right, is the main goal. Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast. Yeah, we need admiration. We don't find this place to be found. Neither his image, right? The beast, this system, the image and what it portrays. Neither have received his mark, the charagma, which is that see hit, upon their foreheads or in their hands. Right? So we didn't receive it, that elect. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. Right? But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. So the ones that died during when the missiles hit, you can come back. You can be born back into the kingdom after the kingdom is built up during that 1,000-year period. Yes, right? But yeah, boy. One last preset is in the book of Revelation. So like I said, you can move from the phone to a more secure device, which is you. Use that device, man. But that can give you cancer, be. Yes, right? And really, you have shown that you prefer Esau Edom to be your master, to be your Lord, to be your king, to be your ruler. That like you taking the spiritual all. You see, back in the day, if the slave to love his master, which was a Hebrew servant, he would have put an earring in his ear, all. And say, I love my master, I can stay with you. How you people doing it today? We're taking that right size microscopic tag. Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. So if you do not have the beast microscopic tag, You cannot partake in their society. See, if he that had the charagma or the name of the beast or the number of his name to show what that they have total ownership of you. That's what it boiling down to. You understand? That is what it boiling down to. You becoming his slave. That's why they can control your money. They can freeze your account. They can send your money. Look, I now receive a payment from a job I do 7 weeks ago, big man. 7 weeks ago, brother. I now received the payment here earlier this evening. 7 weeks ago, I do that job, and I now received that payment, big man. So if these people don't feel it paying you, they ain't gonna pay you, big man. And that time you bills in arrears, be. You gotta put gas in your car, you know what I mean, or diesel in your truck if you got a truck. Mortgage you gotta pay, big man. And the people ain't sending you money. That's a form of control, big man. And look at how many people can end up losing when the mines be. When they end up losing when the mines. When they get target the government, when they resist the government. When they get riot, when they get protest. And that when the scripture says many false prophets shall arise and deceive many. But anyhow, man, I ain't gonna make this no longer. I pray with edifying. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Mukar Kodash. Shalom.